What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the third episode of the Wrapped Up Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We took a little bit of a break. We just wanted to have some events happen because not a lot of stuff has been going on recently, but just want to introduce you guys to the third episode. I'm here with,
Ethan Holasha.
and we got some stuff to talk about today. Um, a lot of things that are very interesting, so I would stay tuned. And the first one is actually pretty prevalent in the rap community right now, and we're just going to talk about UZI and Carti, their beef, their trolling, their new single.
Whatever it is.
When
Yeah.
are they releasing, stuff like that. So if you just want to get into it, do you think all this talk back and forth is trolling?
I think it is because there was a video that came out where they were just on the phone like a couple months ago. And I know this whole Twitter beef didn't start until was it Cardi he was sending out a few tweets that were kind of random. And then Uzi was like retweeting them. Like he said Monday and then he mocked it by saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And then that was like people were speculating that, like, okay, something's going on. And then when Playboy Cardi came out with the song "At Me," at May, whatever you want to call it. um, Uzi posted like the picture of it, but it was like it was something was different about it, and then he said, "Oh, that was just May."
Mhm.
So it's like it wasn't really clear. It seemed like he was trolling, but I don't know. That was my first impression of it, though.
Yeah.
What about you?
I thought like probably like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I thought it was like kind of real, just like a little bit, like they were just going back and forth, whatever. But these last couple of days, actually, I think it's turned to where like it's pretty clear that they're trolling at this point. Uzi said they made up. He said they squared up. I don't know what he means by that. I don't know if
That I don't.
he
There's
definitely
no
doesn't
way.
mean actually squared up. So I don't know if they talked it out or what. Um,
Cardi's like a whole foot taller than Uzi. Dude.
exactly.
I
So
don't like Uzi's chances in that fight.
yeah. So like right now, I feel like it's trolling, but like if you just, I feel like a good way to troll wouldn't be posting the guy's new song and saying it's just meh. Like I feel like that's
Like
not good.
mocking the title. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
So
then Cardi tweets out a couple days ago that he loves him, and then it was just like,
mhm.
"Oh, I love you too,
Yeah,
brother."
exactly.
And was that after Uzi's single came out? I think right, like right after.
Oh yeah, it was like right after. So
Because with that new single Sasuke, Uzi was definitely trying to do like a Cardi impression on there,
yeah,
especially the
at
second
least
half
for
of the
part of
song.
it, not the whole song,
Mhm.
but
Right.
yeah, it was definitely a different song. My first impression was I didn't really like it. It was like, okay, what is he doing? But obviously, I listened to it more, and it's to me, it's like a decent Uzi song. It's nothing compared to anything on EA,
It's
but it's
yeah.
something that we would rather have than not have because it's not
It's
bad.
like the middle of the line. It's not
Yeah.
bad. People are just I don't know. I mean, people are hating on it because it's repetitive. I mean, Uzi's been repetitive in his songs for most of his career. Like
Mhm.
that's part of his style. And I know the second half, he says he was mocking. Like he went on Twitter and he's like, "Oh, I was just trolling." Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I still don't think it's a bad song. And what are your thoughts on the Cardi song? From
So this song actually has a lot of opinions on it, a lot of hate.
it's
Personally, I love Cardi. I've been a fan for a decent amount now.
mhm,
I like the song. When you're listening to Cardi, you're not listening for lyrics. Obviously, if you don't think that while listening to him, then you shouldn't be listening to him. You're listening to him for a catchy hook and just good music to vibe to. So
right.
very repetitive. Some people can't understand what he's saying, but if you have studied Cardinese for quite a while, like some
Mhm.
of us, then you kind of understand what he's saying, and it's just a little vibe. It's nothing special. It's nothing to go crazy over, but again, it's something we would rather have than not have, especially from him.
And he's been adopting this baby voice like
Hmm.
um just style lately. And he really went, I don't want to say overboard with it, but like the whole song was in the baby voice.
Hmm.
And it seems like he's kind of shifting towards that. I didn't mind it. I mean, clearly you can't really understand what he's saying, but it's a vibe. Like you said, if you're going into a Cardi song trying to look for lyrics, you've come to the wrong place.
Yeah,
So I think it's fine for what it is. It's nothing special. I like it a lot, but
yeah,
I feel like both of those songs for Uzi and Cardi that they just released are kind of just standard middle of the road songs.
yeah. I agree.
I'd be happy if that was like in the middle of a Playboy Cardi album. Like if that's a single from the album, that's fine.
Mhm.
But I'm really looking forward to his new album coming up.
Yeah,
Should
me
be
too.
soon. But
I hope it's
he's
soon, man.
like when he tweets out Monday and he doesn't drop anything. What I
I don't.
just
Oh yeah,
what's the
you
point?
don't know with him because like in July he said it's coming out in the next 60 days. That didn't
Mhm.
happen, and then now he's doing all this and it's not happening. So he's unlike most artists. You cannot put a finger on when he's gonna release. He could release in
Well,
3 years. You never know.
right, it's like both of them because I don't even know what night was Sasuke released on, like a Thursday? Was it Thursday?
It wasn't Thursday.
Friday?
I
Wednesday?
think Friday.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
see,
it's
like, both of them, because Uzi tweeted out Monday too, and he said, like, he's gonna drop that day, and then he waits, like, both of those artists, you just don't know when they're gonna drop.
yeah.
Like you said, Carti said in July that he's the album's coming out in 60 days, and we still haven't seen it. Uzi said he finished his album last June at Rolling Loud, and that he was gonna drop it, and he didn't drop it until March of this year, so
Mhm.
it's like, I don't know. I have a feeling Carti's gonna drop within the next month or two, though.
I,
Like,
I
it
I
can't be
think so
much
too.
longer because people are actually getting fed up.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And like he wouldn't be this active, I feel like, because he's not active on social media, so I don't think he would be this active if he
right.
wasn't planning on something soon. So
Hmm. For
I
sure.
hope he drops soon. If you want to get into the Baby's album, this album came out not last Friday, but the Friday before, and I feel
Hmm.
like it's receiving just way too much hate because people are just saying like he's not switching the flow and stuff like that. I want to get your thoughts on it, but personally for me, I really like the album. I'm a big Baby fan, and I think he just
Me
receives a
too.
lot of hate because he's kind of gone mainstream right now. But I really enjoy the album. I'll get into that later. But what are your first impressions?
Well, it's like Cardi and Uzi. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like,
Mhm.
why would you want an artist to step out of his comfort zone for an entire album? Um, I mean, the baby hasn't been in the mainstream spotlight for that long, so I don't see like him needing a reason to switch his flow. And I feel like he did on some of these songs, like "Find My Way" and "Sad Shit." Like he stepped out of his comfort zone. He was singing a little bit, and it actually sounded pretty good. But he stuck to his normal style for most of the album, and I actually really liked it. Like the features were great on this album. I feel like it just had a nice flow to it, and it kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, he announced that it was coming out what a week before it came out or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I liked it more than Kirk even. I thought it was a really good album.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. Just like you said before, I was gonna say that, he sung on like Find My Way, really good flow, really slowed it down, and then he just sang on another song, and then he also has this album is a really good mix because it has the one mainstream song that we're all gonna know is with Roddy Rich, and then he has good solo songs. He's a good solo artist, and then he
Hmm.
slows things down. So like I really don't understand why people are hating on him. I think it's just because he's gotten really big because of big songs like Bop and stuff like that, but when you actually just listen to him, he's not a bad artist. Not every song sounds the same. The thing with me is you don't have to always be versatile. Like that's why artists who are versatile are so, famous, and you notice that because you don't always have to be doing 17 things at once. If he's making these and he's going platinum and gold and all that, why would he change it up? Like you don't always have to do everything. And he even did a little bit of different stuff on this album, which
Exactly what I'm saying. As long as every single song doesn't sound the same, like that's fine. All you have to do really is switch it up a little bit. Like
yeah.
why not stay with your style for most of the album and
Mhm.
just have a couple songs you experiment on. People like that. But I mean, true fans want to hear your style. They don't want
Yeah.
you to like if you rap the whole time, they don't want a melodic album or something. That would just be, I don't know, unrealistic.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what boggles my mind because like if you're a fan of somebody, you like them because of the music they've put out in the past. So if you don't like what he's done before and says it all sounds the same, then of course you're not going to like his new stuff. What do you expect him to do? I think
Right.
he's doing great. He said he's releasing another project this year, which I'm very excited for.
I know. He's just grinding. Him and
Mhm.
Youngboy are just like. Speaking of Youngboy, that feature, I thought he killed it on
Oh, I
Jump.
love that feature. Yeah.
And like I said, whatever it is, like I'm not the biggest Youngboy fan, but he kills his features.
He
Like
does.
I got to give him credit where credit's due. I mean, the music video was hilarious for that. I don't know if you checked that out yet.
Yeah.
Um, the baby has the best music videos right now, honestly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like
He's
he's
pretty
so
close.
creative with. He always has a story going on with it, and I don't know, just A Boogie, his feature was great. I was surprised to see Future on there. Even
Mhm.
Quavo, I mean, he's fallen off a little bit, but he sounded really good on that
Yeah.
song. So I think it's a really solid album for
If you had
sure.
to rate it out of 10, what would you say?
I'd give it like a 7.9,
Yeah, I was
8.1, right
going like
around there.
8-1, 8-2. So I
Mhm.
liked it. It was a really good album.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
mentioned Youngboy. I'm not gonna speak too much on this. I only listened to half of his new album, but I must say, if you know me, you know I hate Youngboy.
Right?
I didn't love the album, but or half that I listened to, but I
Mm,
didn't mind it. He really slowed things down from what I've seen in the album. I
right.
didn't listen to all of it, like I said, but he
Mhm.
really slowed it down, and it seemed like he was being like really transparent, and it wasn't the normal young boy
He
stuff.
was he was rapping from the heart more for sure because this
Mhm.
is supposed to be his last album for a while until he gets himself like straightened up. I really like this album more because his last album, Still Flexing and Still Stepping, I didn't like really at all. It just seemed like it was all over the place. This album seemed like it had more structure, and I don't know. I listened to it all the way through 2 times. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, so I'm definitely interested to see how his music is in the future. Because for me personally, this is a way step up, a way bigger step up. So.
Because with all of his legal things going on, I mean, you never
Mhm.
know. That could have an effect on the way he like the style of his music. If he
Yeah,
changes up later, we got to see what happens with his girlfriend because she supposedly stabbed somebody. So
yeah, whatever, all that stuff.
it's crazy. Yeah.
So, if we want to get away from that, there was a big collab on a single dropped following the crazy Travis Scott Fortnite concert. Um, Travis Scott and Kid Cudi released a song called "The Scots," and then Cudi obviously said later on that they're working on a collab project. So, what were your thoughts on that song?
If they form a group, that's gonna be unstoppable
Mhm.
because Cudi's fan base. I'm thinking about Cardi still. Kid Cudi's fan base is they've been waiting for new music from him, and he's I'd say he's an icon.
Oh,
And
for sure.
Kid Cudi is one of part of his name. The Scott part of Travis's name is influenced by
Yeah,
Kid Cudi.
yeah. I was
So
just.
it's like you have arguably the biggest rapper in the world with his idol in the same group,
Mhm.
and I love the song. The production was insane. They were both riding the beats really well, and honestly, even because though that Fortnite concert thing's a meme, it's still pretty cool.
It was.
To be honest with
I
you.
agree. Um, I really, for some reason, I really like. I don't know if you remember the ending of that song. It's like really like digitalized stuff like that. I love when
Oh,
Travis.
the synthesizers. Oh,
Yeah,
for sure. It sounded like
yeah,
a Mike Dean. I don't know if Mike Dean was on production for that, but it sounded like him. I mean, yeah, I love when he does that too.
yeah.
Kind
That's
of open the song that way and then close with the
mhm.
synthesizers, and it
Yeah.
just takes you like to another world.
Literally, Travis is already a legend. And mixed with Cuddy, who's a legend already. Like this project should be insane. So I'm really
For
excited.
sure.
I'm
I
really.
just hope they pull through because a lot of the times, like artists say they're gonna drop, like
Mhm.
Playboy Carti and Uzi were gonna drop a collab album together. That never happened. Dababy and Youngboy are talking about it. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but we need to see more collab artists. Like Jack Boys was a group of people, that's fine. But
Mhm.
like two huge artists, like when Jay-Z and Kanye released an album, like that was huge. I feel like we just need more of that. You
Yeah.
know,
No, I
I don't
agree.
see that enough.
I'm really excited for it. Kid Cudi does really good on collab albums. I really liked him and Kanye's album.
I
So
mean, yeah, that album was fantastic.
I'm really looking forward to that. We can go talk about French Montana, who's an absolute clown right now. Saying he has more hits than Kendrick, and now he's going at Young Thug. Like, what are your
It's
thoughts?
bad. It's bad when this might be the only time he's ever been relevant in the media
Hmm.
because his like No Stylist that was carried by Drake. The song with Sway Lee, what was that? Unforgettable, right? It's not French. Like you think people are coming to the song for French?
No,
Give me one song where French like it's just him on a song. Name one.
I couldn't.
Give me like a line.
I couldn't.
Exactly. This dude said he has more hits than Kendrick. Kendrick
Kendrick is literally regarded as one of the top ever. Like,
is literally carrying lyrical rap in this generation. Him
yeah.
and J. Cole.
Hmm.
It's what are you doing, bro? And you notice how Kendrick doesn't even respond because he doesn't care. Like,
He
who
knows
is French Montana? Who is
exactly.
French Montana? He can't even compare. He's beefing with Young Thug. Why are you? You're not even on his level.
Yeah.
Young Thug influenced this generation of SoundCloud rappers and mumble rappers. They're obviously I don't care. Like I like mumble rap or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But like if you're French, you can't even come at somebody like Blueface.
No.
Like you have no what do you have to show for yourself? How can you say you have more hits when you're literally being carried on your own songs?
Yeah.
I just don't understand what he's doing.
For anyone who's like doesn't really know much about French Montana, just go to his Apple Music top songs, scroll through all of them, tell me which ones don't have a feature. It's gonna take a while for you to see. So
There's probably like 3 out of the top 100
yeah,
songs that are.
ridiculous. And he's already gotten proved wrong. They've released the stats. Young Thug has more number one hits. He has more platinum tracks. All of that. So
And I'm pretty sure it's not even close.
no, I don't think it is. And I don't know if it's like a tactic by French Montana to stay relevant, but like, nobody cares. Like you're not a good. Maybe you're good at like getting people together and making a hit song sometimes, barely. But
It's like
overall,
once every, I don't know.
yeah, it's like once a year you hear that song. I feel like
Right.
maybe not even once every 2 years, but I don't care for him, and I don't even know why we're giving him spotlight right now.
If you are a French Montana fan, first of all, I'm sorry. Second of all, let us know if there's something else we should know about this situation. But it's French Montana. Is he even a rapper? Like, what
I
is
don't know
he,
what he
bro?
is. For me, every song he's like rapped in, he's ruined. So I don't know if he's more of just like a. I don't know about producer.
He's
I don't know. Well,
he's just a
he's there.
he's a clown. He's a clown. Like I said, he's like the kid in kickball that doesn't get picked, and they're like, all right,
Yeah.
you could just tag along.
So enough about him. Um, I just want to touch on a song that I know we both like a lot. It came out 2 Fridays ago. It's called
Hmm.
"Fade Away," and it's by Lil TJ and Kid Laroi, two of our favorite
Hmm.
artists right now. Um,
Right.
I absolutely this song, like for me personally, it's like top five of the year right now. I love the song. TJ goes off, and then the way Kid Laroi comes in, it's incredible. I love it.
It blew away my expectations because it's funny. On the first, I don't know if it was the first or second episode, we talked about both Leroy and TJ at some point.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know, man. Like I could see these two just the way they're melodic and they sing. Like they could have a collab project together. I would be so hyped for that. But Leroy, everything he's touched has been gold, and TJ is already an established artist. So I don't know, man. Just the way they harmonize and it's I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
blew me away.
it's a
Blew me away.
very well
Because
put
I
together.
had a feeling the song would be good, but it's just like it's so fire, man. I listen to it like multiple times every day. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy how a 16-year-old from Australia is one of our favorite artists right now. This kid is he's going to be, I'm talking like, I really think he's going to be like Juice World level popular status in the next year or two. Hopefully, I think more in the next year, year and a half. He's dropping an album soon. So make sure to listen to
Mm,
it, The Kid Leroy, for those of you who
for
don't.
sure. For
And
sure.
you can come back to this podcast when he blows up, so you can see how we predicted it. Because this kid is insane, especially at 16 years old. So
Yeah,
I
it's
wanted to touch
crazy.
on that. Um, I don't think you listened to the Wiz Khalifa project he dropped on 420. I
I
listened to.
didn't get the chance to.
I'm not the biggest Wiz Khalifa fan, but I like two of the songs on the project. One with Meg Thee Stallion, and then this track actually blew my mind. It was Wiz Khalifa and Logic. So at first glance, I looked at it and I was just like, Logic. Like I used to like him, but he fell off. He's not that good anymore.
Hmm.
Logic was singing on this song, and that might sound like a terrible idea, but it was beautiful. Um, that this song is amazing. It's the last song on this track. I forgot what it's called, but him and Wiz are perfect on it. So I would really go listen to it, even if you hate Logic. Just give it a listen. Um, one of those like throwaway EPs, just like here's a little gift for the diehard Wiz
Hmm.
Khalifa fans. They appreciate it. For people like me, you find the one or two songs that you like, so I can't complain. Also, Tekka dropped a new song a couple weeks ago. Um, Again, he's just doing his
It was
thing.
solid song for sure. It wasn't anything too out of the ordinary, but Tech has already established himself, and he just always delivers. I don't think he really has a song that's like, wow, it's just a complete miss. All of
Mhm.
his songs are good,
Yeah,
to me
no,
at least.
for sure. Very talented artist. Um, that's all I have. If you guys don't know, we have two questions that we wrote down. We haven't told each
Mhm.
other the questions yet, so we're just gonna ask them to each other. And
Before we get into that, just one more thing. Lil Baby released the first song from his deluxe. It was called
Mhm.
All In, and I really like the song.
I really liked it. I
Yeah,
really did.
I liked it more than the majority of the songs on the album, to be honest with you. And I enjoyed the album a
Mhm.
lot, but I don't know. It just seems like he's coming more from the heart on this one.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't really know what to expect with his deluxe. Hopefully, we see some features. But that should be coming out really soon.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So you said you like the song too?
Yeah, I really liked it. Also, what I want to talk about, Juice WRLD's new song.
Oh
Um,
yeah, how could we forget about that?
it's perfect, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really happy it wasn't one of his like super famous leaks, because
Mhm.
I listened to a lot of his leaks, and I really wasn't hoping it was one of the ones that I really listened to a lot, and it wasn't. So I'm really happy about that. And it was a
Mhm.
perfect song to come out. Just makes you think, man, like why him?
Had you heard it before though, as a
I
leak
had
at
heard it
all?
before, but it wasn't like one of the ones I really listened to. So I
Mhm.
was happy about that. Um,
For sure. Yeah, it's just like what could have been. He was on his way to becoming. At this point, he would have been all the way blown up.
Mhm.
And it's like because a lot of what X's like songs that got released after he passed, you could tell they were like unfinished. You know, so a lot of some of them were good, but a lot of it was like I don't know, you're kind of stretching out his material a little too thin. This song was complete, obviously, and I just hope the rest of the music they release under his name after he passes is like complete music, not something they threw together just out of
Mhm.
respect for him as an artist. And I don't know, this single is giving me hope for his posthumous album that'll
Mhm.
should be coming out pretty soon.
Yeah. As someone
Sucks
who,
to say that,
yeah,
that
it really does. As someone who listens to a lot of Juice and X, like old songs, leaks, or whatever you want to call them, Juice WRLD definitely has a lot more complete songs compared to X, which is why a lot of the X's new stuff sounds unfinished, which personally I'm not the biggest fan of. I still like it, but it's nothing compared to his complete stuff when he was actually in control. Juice
right.
WRLD, on the other hand, he has a lot of complete songs, so I'm very optimistic about the songs they will put on the album. Now, if do you have anything else you want to talk about real quick? No.
I think that's it.
All right, so I got two questions. We'll go one question each,
Okay.
back and forth.
Okay.
Um, this one you can get a little time to think about. Um, if you had to pick, like, when you're listening to a new album, you click on it, see the features. Who are five people you would love to see that just make you
As
happy
features,
as features?
okay. Right off the bat, we got Dababy. I think the past year, this is probably going to be out of order. Dababy because he just I don't know. There's something about a feature of his that just makes the song complete. Kind of ties everything together. Uzi, no question, he's my favorite artist, like ever, at least in the rap genre. Um, honestly, let's see. Travis,
Hmm.
um, he kills his features too for sure. Um, man,
There's so many. Like
no,
for
there are.
like for
I'm
me
gonna.
personally, I would definitely put Gunna up there. I get so excited whenever Gunna's on any track. So
Oh
I would.
yeah, I mean he's right up there too. Carti, because he doesn't feature too much,
Yeah,
but he usually kills it. And then I'm gonna say Young Thug because I
I
don't
agree.
know. That's just like he's kind of an OG in the newer generation rap. So yeah, I'd go with those five. There's others.
There's so
Trippy
many.
Red, NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
I say right at the top right now though, it's Uzi, DaBaby, and Travis for sure for me.
Yeah. Um, I don't know what my top five would be. I definitely would put Gunna up there. Uh, Definitely 21 Savage. He kills all his
Ooh,
features as well. Travis Scott for sure. Um, I was gonna say Juice WRLD, but he didn't really feature in a ton of songs. Obviously, if Juice
right,
WRLD in a song, I'm gonna love it. It's probably gonna be my favorite song. But Lil TJ
right.
is definitely up there. He does not kill a feat or not miss a feature. Sorry.
Mhm.
Definitely, I might like not top five, but an underrated feature is Nav. I think his features are always great. I know you
Right.
said you like him way more as a feature artist
Oh,
more
for
than
sure,
so
for sure.
definitely up there.
You could throw Polo G in there too. I mean, he's had a few really good features,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I feel like we haven't seen enough out of him yet to really beat crack that top five.
Yeah, I agree.
So, all right. My first question: who will have more longevity or success, the Kid Leroy or Lil Tecca?
Um, hmm. It's tough to say because Lil Tecca is someone who's blown up already.
Hmm.
Kid Leroy's well on his way. I definitely think Kid Leroy has more longevity. Personally, he's released very little music, but I can already tell I like it more then Tekka. I love Tekka, but if you just take what it is, the way Leroy's, I would compare Leroy's music more to like Juice World, that type of like melodic rap,
Hmm.
which is definitely one of my favorite types of rap. That's why I love people like Juice World and Trippie Redd, people who like rap and also sing a little bit. So I really like Kid Leroy. He's also 16. He's got great people behind him. He's already making moves, and just I think Tekka will be here for a while, but I think Kid Leroy just has that thing about him, like Juice World does, where he applies to everyone. So it's just really good vibe music, and personally, I think Leroy will last longer, but both of them will last a while.
I think so too. The fact, I mean, they're both really young. They're both still in their teens, but
Hmm.
Leroy just he has like they're both kind of in the same group with who they work with. I don't know who Leroy signed to, but I know like or not Leroy. I don't know who Tech is signed to, but I know Leroy's like under Lil Bibby's team and everything, and that's who Juice World was under.
Yeah,
So he's got a really bright future. Um, yeah, honestly, I'd have to say Leroy because Tech already has an album out. I don't know, just the style. Like I feel like Leroy could just last
yeah, it just
longer. I
applies to
hope
more
they
people.
I hope they both stick around for a while, but if I had to put my money on somebody, I'd definitely put it on
Yeah,
Leroy.
I agree. Um, my next question, I think it's pretty obvious from this point to this point, that me and you think EA is going to be album of the year, or it is right now.
Oh, for sure.
Um, if you had to predict an upcoming album that would give EA a run for its money, what do you think that would be? Something that's like been announced that it's coming out this year.
Did Kendrick announce that he's releasing an album this
I
year?
think it was kind of like maybe like last year or something, but it hasn't been anything recent. But I'll accept
If
that if you think.
I think it would be Kendrick because his albums are just game changers, and I feel like they stick around for like 2 years in the spotlight. Because when his last album came out, it was called Damn, right?
Yeah.
There were just so many songs that were like I don't know, like he was in the mainstream of
Oh yeah.
everything. Like he was performing on the Grammys, and
Mhm.
his songs have like so much meaning that everybody relates to him. And I don't know, Carti's like a tier below Uzi, so I wouldn't put Whole Lotta Red like right there because I feel like Uzi's up there with like almost like Travis right now, like his
I think for
popularity.
sure if not
His
even maybe surpassing. Like they're both superstars. So
They're like right there. Carti's like a tier below. His album's gonna do really well, but even like just content wise, like Carti just makes kind of trap bangers, and EA kind of had like a story with it, which was cool, which I didn't really expect.
mhm.
So, I mean, other than Kendrick, I can't really see. I mean, I don't even know if Drake, if he dropped an album, I don't think it would even do the numbers that Uzi's does. I don't know
Yeah.
because it depends what kind of album Drake would drop. Because his last one, Scorpion, was uh,
I didn't like it
no,
that.
it didn't do it for me. But I don't know. I'd say Kendrick, just Kendrick.
Yeah. I said 21 Savage and Metro Boomin's album Savage Mode 2. Um excuse me. 21 is an established superstar right now, and Metro
Hmm.
Boomin is one of the most well-known producers. Um if they when they drop this collab album, I'm expecting a decent amount of big features. I'm talking like Young Thug, Gunna, all those people. Um
Travis too.
yeah, exactly. So Metro Boomin, his albums are phenomenal. Not All Heroes Wear Capes was phenomenal. Him and Nav, Perfect Timing. Metro Boomin, him and Big Sean, like he doesn't miss. So combining him with 21 again, and I think now more people know 21, more people know Metro Boomin. We're gonna have the big features. I think that has the potential to do the same numbers as Uzi. But
Really,
personally, I think Uzi just has it right now.
I feel like the max that album could do is like 175K, 200K. Like Uzi literally sold like 300,000 in the
Yeah.
first week because there was so much hype. I just
Hmm.
feel like the 21 and Metro one doesn't have the hype as much. There is hype, don't get me wrong, but like we waited from late 27, 2.5 years for Uzi's album, and he more than delivered. And then he stacked another album on top of that. Like I don't know, nobody's ever done that I've seen.
Yeah.
So uh, that album is gonna be big when it comes out, but I think EA is just levels above everything else right now.
I think when I asked that question, I meant more like personally, because
Oh,
I
like
think
what you
21.
would like?
Yeah, because I should have clarified because I don't think anything's going to do with EA numbers. So
Hmm.
I don't want to sound like I thought 21 was going to be EA's numbers. I don't think so, but I think personally, because 21's last album was so perfect.
Oh
That
yeah, it
album
was great.
was ridiculous.
It was
So
great.
I
Yeah,
think
personally, no, because Uzi's my favorite artist. Travis album would be close because he's right up there for me, and his fucking albums take you on a journey, man. Like
maybe Juice
literally.
too, honestly, depending on how it is. But there's something about it not coming from him right away. You know
I
what?
know it's like a put off, which sucks, but
We're still gonna
you
love it
know,
regardless.
yeah,
So
for sure,
you
for
never
sure,
know.
for
Yeah.
sure. That was your last question,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
okay? So this one, 6ix9ine's been in the news a lot lately. What do you think 6ix9ine's next step has to be in order to stay successful?
Drop a song. Not that I want it, but if he drops a song, well, imagine this. He drops a song out of nowhere called Snitch or something like that. It's blowing up. He's getting
Yeah, for
platinum on
sure.
the first day. So for him to stay successful, just stay out of trouble. He is trolling. He was trolling a little bit when he came out of
Hmm.
jail, to kind of keep staying relevant. But personally, I don't care about him anymore. But if he was to drop a song or an album, I would listen to it, and I think that's his best way to stay successful.
Did you bump like his older songs? Like, did you like when his album came out? Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I didn't think the album was great. I thought the singles that he kept releasing were
Oh,
fantastic.
before?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. He was just literally dropping banger after banger.
Hmm. But
But
like
now after all this, it's like I don't
exactly,
know, man.
like I don't care for him, but I think his best bet is because whether you like him or not, you're gonna listen to a new single by him if he drops it. So
So do you think because you said he should drop his next move should to be drop a single, right?
yeah, and I
Do you
think
think
the
he
title
should
is
continue
something like Snitch or Rat or something along those lines. I think that's perfect recipe.
for sure, for sure? Do you think he's gonna keep trolling on Instagram like he used to or no?
I think he'll keep trolling, but not to the extent that he did before.
Hmm.
He's that type of person where he can't control himself, but
For sure.
definitely
I
not
just
be starting
because
beats all the time.
some of his bangers had features like Fifi and then Stupid.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
do you think he's gonna be able to even have features in the future? Or
I
I
think
mean,
um definitely not with people who have spoke out against him, and definitely not with a lot of huge artists because I think so many people just despise him now because of the snitching and all of that. So I don't think
hmm.
most of the people in the community don't align their values with that. They would rather just go to jail instead of snitch. So
Oh, for sure.
which is
Yeah.
interesting why he even actually that came before. I was gonna say with Bobby Shmurda.
With Bobby Shmurda,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was before, but
I'm
it,
pretty
I'm,
sure he like spoke out against 6ix9ine after the whole
yeah,
snitching thing happened. He's
he's
like, yeah,
literally in jail
like
for
I'm
it.
not gonna work with him anymore.
Yeah, he literally took the blame. Like he didn't snitch anyone out. So
Yeah, Bobby Shmurda is like a
he's actually
king. He's
supposed to
the
get released
opposite,
later this year. What if he drops something?
dude.
That
That
would
would
be
do that would do numbers. Like
yeah,
actually, that would do crazy numbers.
yeah. So I'm actually excited for that now that I think about it.
Me
Is
too.
there anything else you want to touch on, or want to just call it?
Um, I think we could just call it. I mean, the thing I'm looking forward to the most right now is Cardi, but he's so up and down with how he posts and everything. He's just unpredictable. But I'm really looking forward to his upcoming album for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm looking forward to Cardi. Looking forward to Nav's new album. Looking forward to Gunna's new album. Lil Durk is dropping May 8th, I believe.
Hmm. Great
Lil
Chicago
Baby
rapper.
Deluxe is coming out May 1st. So this Friday, I believe, right? That's May 1st.
It's already May almost. That's crazy, man. This whole quarantine thing. I mean,
Yeah.
with not even we can't even leave our houses until June 1st, and who knows if that's going to be
Yeah.
extended. So hopefully these rappers drop some music and hold us off until then.
If you're watching, everybody, stay home, please. We
Please.
want to be able to do this podcast in real life, not over. So
Yeah, for
stay
sure.
home. It sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it if you can like. It's the least you can do. If you did like the video, subscribe, share with friends. Nobody has anything to do right now. They can just watch two regular guys talk about some rap. So if you
Turn
enjoyed
those
it.
post notifications on too.
Oh, exactly. So if you liked it, hit that thumbs up, and we appreciate it. And as always, stay strapped.